let's talk about some potentially controversial and non-traditional things that I did at my wedding. If you're new here, my name is Michelle and I just got married, but I did not have that big traditional wedding that a lot of people dream of having. It just wasn't for me. Weddings are a beautiful celebration, but they do not have to be big, expensive, or follow any societal expectations for it to still be special. At the end of the day, just do whatever is gonna make you and your partner happy. So here are some of the things that we did. Okay, so probably the most controversial thing actually is that Kyle and I have already been together for 11 and a half years. Yeah, we've been together for a long time already. I always see girls talking about how if you're waiting like over 10 years for a ring, then it's not worth it. But I think it doesn't matter. Marriage is a big deal, but it's also not. I really don't know how to explain it. Honestly, we would have spent the rest of our lives together regardless of marriage. Marriage was just never that big of a priority to us. I never had like a dream wedding growing up. Some people may see it as, oh, it took you 11 and a half years to get married. But for me, it's like, yeah, I'm proud that we've been together for so long already. We've built this solid foundation together. We know each other better than anybody else knows us, better than we know ourselves probably. And because we have all this trust and love that we've built up for so long after all these years, it just makes sense for us to get married. And now just felt like a good time. It's just all about perspective. But the other thing that we did is we just got married at City Hall. We had a very small and intimate civil ceremony, elopement, courthouse wedding, micro wedding, whatever you want to call it. We did do it at San Francisco City Hall though, which is, I would say, one of the most beautiful city halls in the US. So it did still feel special because of that. We do live in San Francisco, so we were like, why not make use of this beautiful venue? I did vlog our wedding day where I showed the behind the scenes of me like getting ready, a little bit of our ceremony. So check that out after if you're interested. We're also very big introverts. We don't like big crowds, big audiences. So on the day of our ceremony, there was just me, my husband, our moms. So Kyle and I just got married under the rotunda at City Hall. The ceremony literally lasted only like 5 minutes. The officiant basically said a few words. We repeated after her. We exchanged rings. We said I do. We kissed. And that was pretty much it. And that was perfect. That is exactly what both of us wanted. Overall, we just wanted our wedding to be simple, easy, quick, low pressure, and economical. But I loved it because I was able to be very present and in the moment and enjoy every second of our quick ceremony, as quick as it was. I was literally just so happy to marry my best friend. But the other thing we're doing is we're having a separate ceremony and reception. We're not having like a reception party or anything until, I don't even know, maybe next year. But for that, we're actually gonna have that in Hawaii because we're both born and raised in Hawaii, so most of our friends and family are still there. Most people have their ceremony and reception on the same day, like back to back. But I think for us, that would just be like too much. We're very introverted homebodies, so keeping it separate also helps us maintain and preserve our energy. The next thing is that I actually did my own hair, makeup, and nails. I was a very DIY bride on a budget, but I still loved how I looked, how I felt, and I think that is the most important part. I am very particular though about how my hair looks, how my makeup looks, how my nails look, but I just did a really simple half up, half down hairstyle. Basically exactly what I'm wearing right now. Like I made sure to do something that I knew I could pull off on my own. It wasn't perfect. My bangs were not cooperating that day actually. So yeah, that kind of sucked, but it's okay. And then for my makeup, I literally just did my everyday makeup because I've gotten my makeup professionally done a few times in the past, but I feel like every time they always go overboard and I always just end up looking like a completely different person. But again, like I said, I'm just very picky. So I just wanted to do my everyday makeup. That way I would feel like myself on my wedding day. And my nails were press-ons. It's not these nails, but I did use press-ons that were from, I think, Yes Style. I love doing my own nails. I've been doing my own nails at home for years with press-ons. I have a whole tutorial on how I do my press-ons if you're interested. But yeah, I just found some really cutesy, feminine nails with bow designs and pearls on them. And they were so cute. They were only like $4. and I love them. I also bought my entire outfit online. I didn't do any in-person shopping. I bought my dress, my shoes, my scarf, and shapewear as well, all online. I was literally just too lazy to go in person, and I also just didn't want to spend a lot, and I felt like if I were to go in person, then it would probably be a lot more than I wanted to spend. I do think it's good though to go in person if you are not sure what type of style you want, but I was very certain, so I just spent a lot of time online researching. I did not want a ball gown, like very princessy type of dress. I really wanted my dress to be kind of slim fitting. I wanted something more simple, a little more casual. I wanted it to have a leg slit. I wanted it to be strapless. I wanted shoulder details. And I especially wanted a draping like bust detail. I don't know what the official name for all these details are. I'm just sharing what I was envisioning in my head. And I found that exact dress online. And I've been getting so many compliments on my dress, so thank you guys so much. I am a little bit scared to reveal where the dress is from though, because I am afraid it's going to, I don't know, alter your perception of the dress, alter your perception of my decision. I don't know, I'll just tell you anyway. It's from Amazon. I got the dress from Amazon. It was like 50 bucks. I didn't have to get it hemmed or altered in any way. The dress that I wore on my ceremony day is exactly how it came in the package, and it was literally perfect. I checked so many other stores. I don't know, I probably looked at 100 dresses, and honestly the Amazon one was perfect. I was shocked. For my shoes, I wore these like kind of lace looking heels with long ankle straps. So I tied it around my ankles and it just looked so elegant and feminine. And that's why I wanted a leg slit, because I wanted to show off my shoes. And those shoes were also from Amazon. They were like one of the first ones that I saw, and I had to buy it. I knew those were the ones at first sight. They fit perfectly. They were a little bit sore by the end of the day. Like I wore them for around 3 hours, I would say, and by the end of it, yeah, my feet were kind of sore. But I still think they were worth it. And for my scarf, I actually also found that on Amazon, but instead of looking for a bridal scarf, I searched up a table runner. So it's actually a chiffon table runner, which is so much cheaper than looking for a bridal scarf, because putting bridal or wedding in front of anything makes it like 10 times more expensive. So I just found a chiffon table runner. It was like 8 bucks. It's 14 feet long, so it's longer and cheaper than any other bridal scarf that I saw, and I loved it. I think it added a little bit more of that wow factor to my outfit, and I think it worked really well at San Francisco City Hall because of the way it trailed behind me, or we got some great shots with it over the railing too. So yeah, you really don't need to spend a lot of time or a lot of money to look and feel good. Kyle also didn't wear black. I feel like traditionally the groom wears like a black suit. He wore a gray suit, like a medium gray color. And he actually already had this suit. Like he was just reusing a suit that he already had. He didn't like buy a new one or anything. It was already fitted to him, and I think he looked real good in it. So yeah, we didn't have to spend anything on his outfit. We also didn't do vows. We didn't have a first look. I don't really have a reason why. We just didn't want to. Sometimes the reason is as simple as that, and that's okay. We also just hired a photographer. We didn't hire any other vendor or like any other professional. We didn't have a videographer. I didn't even hire a florist to do my bouquet. I did my own bouquet. But yeah, pretty much the only thing we really wanted was nice photos to remember our special day. If you want a closer look at our wedding photos, I posted them on my Instagram. But yeah, I didn't feel like we needed a videographer or like a wedding content creator or anything. Like I said, our ceremony was only 5 minutes long, so I felt like there wouldn't be much to capture in terms of like video content. So yeah, we just spent like 2 hours taking pictures with our photographer on our wedding day, and it was great. But yeah, like I just mentioned, I did make my own bridal bouquet as well. This is something that I know a lot of people will not do because it is hard. It was stressful, but I am glad that I did it because my bouquet was very meaningful to me. I, again, just wanted very specific flowers, specific colors. I just really wanted something to hold close to me that represented a lot of the things that we love. Like I used flowers that were our mom's favorites, flowers that remind me of our home in Hawaii and our home here in San Francisco. So it was just very meaningful and very special to me. But like from the start, I knew I wanted to do it myself anyway. I did actually consider getting it done by a florist. And I would have been okay with paying for it too, even though the quotes that I got were like $200 to $400, which is a lot, but I did ask for like premium flowers. And especially since my ask was so specific, it just like raised the price even more. So yeah, I would have been fine with paying for it. It's just that at the end of the day, it just wasn't even about the price. It was more about the meaning behind it and me making it for myself. The bouquet ended up being around $85. That includes the cost of the ribbon as well as all the flowers. Most of the flowers I got at Trader Joe's, but I did get some from other like floral shops in SF. So yeah, it was still like pricey, but also not as pricey as getting it done by someone. And it's actually pretty priceless, to me at least, because of how unique and special it was for me. And I just love the way that it turned out. Oh, and I also made Kyle's boutonniere. I wasn't even gonna make one for him. He was just not gonna have anything. But as I was making my bouquet, one of the orchid flowers fell off. So I used that as an opportunity to turn that into a boutonniere for him. So it just worked out perfectly. I love how everything turned out. Another thing is that we bought our rings online. Again, no in-person shopping. I know for something like this, it is honestly recommended to shop in person. That way you can try on a lot of options, see what you love or see what you don't love. That way you can avoid those. But again, we knew exactly what we wanted, so we just looked for it online. So those were some of the non-traditional slash slightly controversial things that we did for our wedding. Let me know your thoughts or if you did anything similar. I just feel like weddings, especially nowadays, can be whatever you want them to be. Our friends even told us that they went to a wedding where their friends had squishmallows as the officiants. Squishmallows. And I thought that was so cute. So like you can literally do whatever you want for your wedding. There are no rules whatsoever, at least in my opinion. And you should just do whatever is gonna make you happy because that's all that really matters. Anyway, I'm so excited to share this chapter of my life with you guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one.